Welcome to the Jones.com podcast. I'm here with two very special guests. How y'all doing?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing well.
To the left of me and to the camera, it is KJ.
Yes, it is KJ.
And
Hey.
to the right of KJ and to the camera, it is Shalia B.
Hi, it's Shalia B.
How are you guys doing today?
I'm well. It's pretty good. Yeah. No complaints.
No complaints?
Yeah.
It's hot outside. That's all I gotta say.
It is hot outside.
It's hot.
but
Like
I love the heat.
I don't know about all that.
You can do more in summertime weather.
You definitely can.
You can just dress more in winter.
Well, I appreciate the warmth instead of the freezing cold, but at the
That's
same time, I don't want to be sweating.
Mm.
I need that good in between balance. You know, like
So like 75 degrees year round.
yes.
yes.
Does
So
that
like
place exist?
L.A.
Yes, I was literally about to say
Like,
that's
Just
LA.
LA.
There's no humidity out there, so like it could be 75 degrees outside, but you've got on a hoodie, you got on like shorts, but you got on like fucking boots. Can I cuss? Oh my god, I'm so
You can cuss.
sorry. Okay.
I hate the word cuss instead of curse.
She,
Curse? Who's?
where you from?
I'm from here. I'm from the south.
She from the
Yeah,
south, so
that's why
like
she
such
said
a
cuss.
southern thing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Cuss.
I'm like
Stop all that cussing. Like that's such
That's
a
so
southern thing.
country, but yeah, I'm definitely like.
So LA is like the perfect place to live.
For me,
Weather-wise.
honestly, yes, weather-wise, I like the vibe.
I,
So
I could not deal with that traffic every
I'm
day.
not.
it's literally traffic here. I'm trying not to have to drive. By the time I'm in LA, I'm having a personal driver, so I don't
Mhm.
really care what's going on.
You know how much things you will
Yes.
get done, how much work you could get done with a personal driver?
Do
Exactly.
you know how much of your life you spend in a vehicle?
Too much.
Yeah, all right.
It's like years. I don't know the exact number. I forgot it, but it's literally like you end up spending like years of your life just in a car,
That's very true.
just driving to places, destinations, to work.
That's very true.
Just wasted.
Chaos.
Yes, very much so. But I am not a part of the I Love LA club.
You're not?
You
No.
told me. You told me.
Yes, everybody who's like my friend knows that like I am not a fan of LA. I just
It's-
I'm a New York girl.
It's 18 days per year driving.
Yeah, so over your life,
That's
years.
a lot, but I feel like that maybe applied more when I commuted more.
Hmm.
But now that everything's like 5 minutes away, I literally leave the house 5 minutes before I have to be somewhere. So, and I don't get on the interstate. So,
Mhm.
I feel like it's way less when you live inner city. So, I kind of want that life for a little longer. Like, you know, when I gotta like continue to like work with people
Mhm.
and do what I'm doing. Like, you know, at some point, I want to live further out where I can just chill and vibe and not have to be in the mix of everything. But I feel like that's gonna be when I'm like older.
Yeah, like 30.
No, I don't know about 30. That's just 5 years.
like maybe like 28.
That's
That's
closer.
too soon. It's probably gonna be like I'm gonna give it 35, like
Mhm.
10 years.
So-
Okay. No,
Yeah.
yeah, no,
Like,
like
I gotta live my life here for a good while because I got a lot to do here and I ain't trying to drive far.
I feel that.
that's very true.
I
In
hate
LA, you have
driving.
to drive.
You do.
There's
so
no
that's,
like public transportation.
That's why I need a whatchamacallit.
You know what's crazy? I don't that is hilarious. I don't I don't like LA that much nor New York.
So for me, New York is cool,
Yeah, it's cool.
but it's a little claustrophobic.
Mm.
I couldn't
You can feel like swelled.
Mm-hmm.
When I first went to New York, I had this experience where it was like kind of like going towards the later in the day and the sun was going down.
mhm.
And I'm walking down this alley and I'm like kind of going up a hill and I look up and I can't see the sky for real.
Mhm.
And I was like, whoa, this feels like this isn't real because I can't see the sky. And like growing up in the South, like being from the South, like you can always see the sky, like wherever you at, like the sky is there. So that was like a real surreal moment that made me feel that like claustrophobic feeling, like just being in New York and be like, this shit is tight. Like y'all
Yeah.
on top of each other. Ugh.
Yeah.
Like
That's true.
we don't have that here. Like,
Yeah, New York gives me this gross vibe.
but that's how I feel about LA. I'm like, ugh.
But that's the thing. In LA, you got the multiple vibes. Like downtown is like
Sure.
ill, gross, because definitely downtown LA is gross.
Gross.
But then you have like you got the hills, which is a whole nother vibe. You got the beach. You got so many options
That's
there.
true. New York has a beach, though. They have the beach.
I went to the beach in Chicago.
How was that?
It was dirty.
So I went to the beach in Milwaukee, which is an hour from Chicago.
I
Yeah,
believe
it
it.
was extremely ghetto. So the thing about Milwaukee, since it's an hour from Chicago, people look at it as when you move there, I'm moving out of Chicago. I made it out the hood. So they
It's
just,
suburbia.
it's not though. They just basically bringing the hood to Milwaukee.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like, eh.
It's like Clayco.
Wow.
No, it's not like Clayco.
Okay.
It's like a Gwinnett niggas thinking they hood.
Okay. That's okay.
Yeah,
That makes sense. It's like suburbia, but like it's when the hood people
move out.
move out and then they just bring those same kind of energies and stuff. But I
Y-
get what you're saying.
Yeah. So my
That's like
dream
a
place
vibe though.
to live would be somewhere in Texas or like Arizona.
So I don't think LA is necessarily my dream place,
Mhm.
but it's definitely somewhere I know that I need to be at some point.
Mm.
Like I need to be a lot of places at some point. Like I don't want to live the life of being assigned to live in one location. Like I
Mhm.
just want to say I live there. Oh yeah, I lived there for a while. Like I want to do like
You want to be that person?
I want to do like 6 months, 2 years, like just like in multiple different cities around the U.S.
So you just gonna pack up and leave?
Yeah,
When?
don't know.
You
When
gonna
I feel comfortable enough, like honestly,
you gonna take Betty with you?
that's the dream.
Yes, that would be so lit.
I saw this chick on Twitter the other day, and she was living out her van, but she makes like 6 figures because
Are
Are
you
we
talking
talking
about
about
Jasmine?
I
The
guess
girl with the blue Ford thing.
I don't know. I don't.
No, it's this black woman on Twitter. She's into the tech, like she works into tech.
Okay, I'm talking about the other one.
I don't keep
What
up
she
with
He's
these.
look
talking about
like?
Jasmine.
Huh?
What she look like?
She's a black, beautiful woman.
Okay. More detail.
I can actually pull up her Twitter real quick because I have been following her on Twitter.
Oh, so you're a fan?
No, I'm not a fan.
Oh,
That's another question. How do y'all feel about the word fan versus supporter? Because like some people feel like fan is disrespectful.
how?
Because it's like, oh, like for an example,
He's talking about
like
this girl.
just like in lyrics when people be like, y'all my fans, like, you know
Now
what I mean?
you can say it in a disrespectful way.
I think fan is a certain level. Like to be someone's fan, you have to like know certain things about them.
Do you?
And like I feel like you can support. Support is kind of lesser than a fan. Like I can support you, but a fan, I'm like, yeah, like ride or die. Like to me, that's what a fan is. Like I'm not.
So when it comes to music, what's the difference between a? I guess that's her. Yeah. What's the difference between like a supporter and a fan when in the music realm? So,
A fan knows your catalog.
hmm.
A supporter does not.
I don't know. I feel like it's like they both. It's like a blurred line. They kind of the same in a sense, but I think it's just more of the term that throws people. Cause it's like, oh, y'all are fans, which means y'all kind of just like
You
these
can listen.
mindless people.
I think that's her. I don't. I'm sorry.
These mindless people that just like me just because like I don't know. Versus supporters.
Those would be stands though.
Let's just talk about something else.
Stands?
Yeah.
Okay, so like I think like a stan though, like that's like Nicki Minaj, like Beyonce level of
Fan
like,
bases. Yeah.
those are stans. Like those are people who will literally like spend their entire lives studying your life. Like that's a stan.
Right. Now a fan just thinks, oh, this person's cool. I love pretty much a lot about them, and that's it. I'm not.
I just think it's the word. I don't think it's a different definition.
Mm.
It's just the word. It's not a different thing.
It's
Can you be a
blurred in
fan without
music.
being a supporter?
No.
You don't
You
think so?
can't be a supporter without being a fan. Like it's literally like
You know what? I don't agree with that because I could support something that I'm not really necessarily a fan of,
but like
but it's just because it's my friend shit. I'm gonna
But-
support it.
but that's different because that's not like
Ooh.
I mean more like on a person that's already famous.
Mm-hmm.
I don't mean like you supporting my brand.
I mean, I would do it with like Master P products. I would support. I'm not like a fan of like none of the things he put out, but it's like just because it's Master P, I'm a support, and because it's a black-owned business. I'm not a fan of
Okay.
Rap Snacks. Some of those are pretty awful, but I'll still buy those sometimes over some other stuff just because like, hey,
Yeah.
I should support my people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's true. I don't know anymore. That's true. That's a good point. But I don't know. I think people just feel like the fan word is disrespectful.
I get that.
I feel like it became derogatory.
Yeah. Yeah. I probably also like. Didn't Nicki even say something like that in her song? She was like, never mind. I can't even think of the lyric.
I
I
wouldn't
don't
even
want to
tell
get
you.
dragged.
I was literally just about to say like all these bitches my sons like.
Yeah, that. But then it was something else. About a fan, and then like something. Dang, what song is that?
I don't know. I don't look.
Mm-mm.
I
But
don't,
it was like
I never know
disrespectful. It's like it
lyrics.
just made it sound like, damn, being a fan is like you're bottom tier. So yeah, maybe that word got to change.
Yeah, I just think it over time it just became derogatory, and then it's like, oh, I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan. Like da 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 da. Like a fan just became like obsessive.
mhm.
I think it kind of became blurred with groupie. Like a fan and
Yeah.
groupie kind of became the same thing. So now it's just like,
Why would you want to be that?
yes.
So who are you guys fans of right now? Like, if you was to say, I'm a like, if I'm a fan of this person, like, who would you recommend in like any space, music, art, acting? Who is this one person off top? Is like, I think this is the coolest motherfucker in the world.
Fan and supporter though, because I feel like I'm both.
Whatever.
And
Brent Fayez. Yeah, that's probably like the first
Ooh.
person that comes to mind. But for like, I feel like for long term, like since high school,
Yeah.
like ASAP Rocky or something. I don't know.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, like I've been to shows and I support. So
Okay,
yeah.
can you lift the mic a little bit? Yeah. Yeah, right there.
I I don't think I can call myself a fan of anybody.
What?
Yeah, like I just am not that diehard. I feel like
But that's the thing.
mm,
Where do we draw the line? Cause like, is it? Cause I wouldn't say I'm necessarily die hard. Like if I'm in a room and like everybody's going crazy, I'm not that person to be crying about anyone. Like I can't do that.
Yeah, I feel that that's
It's so
strange.
strange. I can't do that about another human. Like like I love this person and what they do, but I don't know their personality.
yeah,
So therefore, I can't go that hard behind them. I just like what they show to the world. It's like, oh, this is dope,
Mhm.
but I don't know them at the end of the day. Like,
yeah.
you know what I
So that
mean?
makes it hard for me to be like I am a fan of this person. Like I don't. I think I because I don't use the word fan,
Mhm.
it's hard for me to be like, oh, I'm a fan of this person. Like I just naturally am supportive. So it's like
Mhm.
if I like something, I'ma like it.
Yeah.
Like I'ma like that shit, and then I like it. So yeah, I don't know. I feel like I didn't explain that well, but yeah.
Yeah.
I
I
get I
think
get what you're saying.
I think that's why I had to say fan and supporter,
Mhm.
So
even to make myself feel comfortable.
Yeah, like cause even in music, like I can't be like, yes, I know this person's entire like catalog to be like, yeah, I'm a
mhm.
fan. Like I've been to two Beyonce concerts, but do I know every single Beyonce
Wow,
song?
I've been to two Beyonce concerts too, and I don't even know why or how.
Like it's just which ones did you go to? I went to On the Run and Lemonade.
Why we starting this? No, I don't want to go down this tunnel of Beyonce stuff.
I just want to know which one you went to.
I definitely was at On the Run.
Oh,
On the Run was cool.
yes,
I
I
think
was.
it was On the Run,
I was
or maybe
really.
it was Lemonade. See, that's how much I don't know,
But you went to.
cause it was free.
So you went to two. So then you probably did go to On the
You
Run
could have
and
went to
Lemonade.
both.
Did you see Jay Z?
I don't know.
The
That's
bo-
how much I don't know.
Oh my, this is
No,
hilarious.
that's crazy. That's crazy.
But I did. I went to ASAP Rocky concert
Okay.
just to loop back around there.
So I mean, there's people who I've like.
For me, I would say Donald Glover. I'm a fan
Mm,
of him. Now, here's the thing. I want people to recognize and understand. Just because you're a fan of someone doesn't mean you agree and support everything that they do. And I think that's where the line is drawn nowadays, to where let's say somebody you like, oh, I love this person, I love
Mhm.
the like their art that they put out, and then they go out and do some nut shit. Like Lakeith Stanfield, he does a lot of nut shit, like mentally.
What has he
I
done besides moaning on Clubhouse? What else he did?
Oh nah, he says a lot of like crazy stuff when it comes
see.
to
I
like
don't even know.
like black issues and whatnot. And so
I don't keep up.
it's look, that's great. You know, it's, somehow it just
I literally just know about the whole like clubhouse incident,
Yeah,
and he
that's
was
all I knew
fucking
about.
oh
yelling
wow.
at girls and stuff.
Yeah,
Now,
he like he does a lot of like cornball shit, right? But I still am a fan of his art, and so I want people to understand just because you like something and somebody like the art that they put out, just their actual life and personality, you have nothing to do with it. I hate when people.
I think Kanye is a really good
That's a
example
good
of that
example.
one.
Like somebody is send you a person's stuff and be like, "Oh, this your man's." It's like that has nothing to do with me. I don't. What am I supposed to do about this? I don't know this nigga.
Yeah, yeah. I feel like Kanye is a good
It's
example
weird.
of
I
that,
don't know.
of like people being fans
Mhm.
and also like being imitators of that
Mhm.
person, or just being like, I want to be Kanye because Kanye is so cool, and Kanye is fucking cool. Like, but like
The influence he has.
the influence he has on people is
Crazy.
it's scary because it's like y'all niggas is really out here wanting to be Kanye. Y'all in the mirror looking like, yeah, I'm on my Kanye today. Like,
I think
like what?
I
But
think
it's also an energy, like a Kanye energy.
Yes,
Like,
and you know when they Kanye.
so. I think a lot of Kanye fans are have it wrong. Kanye, he said it himself. The best Kanye fans. If you're a fan of Kanye West, you're a fan of yourself. You know, and it's a lot of people who love Kanye more than they love themselves. And I think that might be the issue. It's like me, I love Kanye, but I like it, when I listen to his music, it's a confidence that I feel within myself that I can do anything, that there's nothing I can't do. Chad Ochocinco is giving me that same confidence. It's like I can do whatever I want. If there's anything out there that I want to try, I should go out there and try it. Like he's been in a rodeo. He just did boxing, soccer, skateboarding, like anything that you
yeah,
see yourself
definitely.
just that you're interested in, just go
Do it.
for it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And so I think that's the energy that Kanye or Chad brings. So if I think I wish more people would have that versus like, oh, you're a fan of Kanye, you think slavery was a choice, huh? It's like, huh? Well, no, it's not what I no, it's not no, it's not what I was getting at.
Mhm. Mhm.
Mm, yeah, I feel that.
Guys, this juice is great. This is so I don't know how these got into my household. I think they're from my niece, but she's never over there, nor does she drink them. And so it's like organic apple juice, and there's no sugar added.
Honest kids, they're real good actually.
Oh, so you've had these before,
Oh yeah,
I think everyone's had that.
guys? This is my first time like
they
having
go
these.
by. They go very quick. Like one little, and then it's
It's
empty.
over with.
You want one?
Oh my god.
I got like
I'm okay.
Not right now.
But
Like I'm be drinking apple juice.
yes.
No,
The fuck? Why not?
I'm good. But thank you. Though. I appreciate the gesture.
So what's your favorite food?
Ooh, favorites is hard for me.
What's your like favorite food currently? Like, cause you know we get into these moods where it's like, ah, I had this again today.
well, for me, for a long time, it's always just been taco.
Chipotle. Oh.
It's always been like tacos, Mexican. So yeah, you're close. But like, I feel like I eat a lot of Mexican food on
Mhm.
accident.
I feel that.
But favorite food, I don't know. Like, I don't know. I like everything.
Yeah, it's hard for me to like be like I am a favorite of something
Mhm.
because the food is so expansive. Like just you can eat Mexican food, you can eat Indian food to be like, yeah, this is the one. I can't. But I
Shelly,
can't eat Mexican food like
what I'm
all the
getting at
time.
is that you're not married to anything.
No, no. My favorite color is rainbow. I'm not committed to
Roger Bill.
like I'm not that committed to a lot of things. So because it's just the world's so big and expansive, it's just
Mhm.
like to
So narrow. So narrowing
to
yourself
narrow
down like
yourself
that.
down
Yeah.
is just like
That's why I just want to live everywhere.
I can't even do it. Now something that I do like is ramen. Like
Mhm.
like ramen is so diverse.
I just tweeted that I was craving ramen.
Okay, we're gonna eat ramen after this.
Okay.
So
You
ramen
eating
like
ramen?
I guess I'm eating
ramen
ramen.
is
Alright.
so good. There's like different broths. There's different stuff that goes inside of it. There's different types
And
of
that's what,
noodles.
yeah.
So like even just saying ramen, you just thinking like regular pack of ramen noodles, but like you
Even those is so expensive. It's so many different like instant pack of noodles out
That
there.
is it is.
It's
It really is.
insane. Like literally, I was just talking to like one of my Nigerian friends, and they were telling me about all these noodles like that they have over there, and I'm like, wait a
yes,
minute,
they
I've never heard of this.
they eat ramen for breakfast. Like noodles for is like breakfast. You can eat that for breakfast in Nigeria.
It's like the world's foods are so crazy. It's so many different things that people
So,
eat.
what do you consider American food?
Mm.
Um,
Hot dogs and hamburgers.
hot dogs, hamburgers, pretty much soul food. Uh,
That's not. No.
you wouldn't
I
consider
wouldn't even put them in the category.
Of
Like
like
no,
American.
cause like it's literally a black thing, and we don't.
what like macaroni and cheese?
Yeah.
Y'all think macaroni and cheese is a black thing?
Yeah.
Yes.
Good.
So
Good macaroni and
yes,
cheese.
good macaroni and cheese is a
Yes.
black thing. Oh, well, good food is pretty much a black thing in America.
But you
But
have to think like food like food in general, right? So like black eyed peas and collard greens and mashed
Yeah.
potatoes and stuff like that. Like a lot of that stuff is just from Africa. It's just from like West Africa,
Hmm.
and we came over here and then just like had to work with what we got.
Is
Yeah.
it though? Because
No, it is. You
I-
should watch this show on
I-
Netflix.
I have a lot of African friends, and so it's a lot of the dishes that we
It's
eat.
sweet.
They like nah, like especially macaroni and cheese. None of them tried macaroni and cheese till they got older.
Yeah, but all of it's still like people. Okay, it's still black people in America and
Yeah.
certain
Like,
food. So I
Those are the
wouldn't
things
even.
that's sweet.
So I wouldn't even like put it as like American food
Mhm.
because like it's just way more cultured than a hamburger and a hot dog that
Like barbecue.
white
that's
people might.
That's
eat.
worldwide because everybody.
No,
You
no.
know, what?
Barbecue is
Barbecue isn't worldwide.
Yeah.
that's
serious?
American.
Yeah.
The
You-
reason Korean barbecue exists is because Black Americans went over into Korea and was fighting in a war and they bought barbecue over there. That's where Korean barbecue.
So
comes from.
wait, so people weren't grilling their food worldwide?
I don't know what they was doing.
Not you have to think
But-
of like what the essence of barbecue is.
Like as in
like,
like the sauce maybe?
sauce, the seasoning, the like way you cook the meat,
I thought
like
everybody.
how the meat is placed where like everybody's not barbecuing the same. And it may not be considered like barbecuing, but the
Yeah.
essence of American barbecue.
I'm saying like I'm looking at it as a grilling factor. I thought the world was grilling their food.
Grilling and barbecue is not the same.
Really?
Yes.
That's very true, and you know that.
Really?
Yes.
Like, oh, let me just throw some on the grill. Okay. Barbecuing, like we about to be out here all day. I done got up early in the
And
morning.
it's also just like it's a
Hmm.
cultural practice because when it's like, oh, you invited to the cookout,
Yeah,
the
I
barbecue,
can understand
like
that.
It's
all
an
of that is like an
experience.
experience. It's not just like, oh, we putting some stuff on the grill. Like, no, it's an experience.
Yes.
So would y'all agree that American black people have a culture?
It's a subculture, but unfortunately, not even unfortunately, but just like we're the foundation.
Yeah.
So you can take that and go back to food and go
Mhm.
back to how we can go to slavery and white people wasn't in the kitchen cooking their own food.
No, they weren't.
So can their food before bringing slaves into it was European,
So
bland.
I get what you're saying. So question, did I don't think slaves were cooking casserole. So where did that come from? Because
Casseroles?
black people don't eat casseroles.
I don't even know how did that even come about? They just putting a whole bunch of stuff together
Yeah.
and baking it. Like,
Then that
I
makes
feel,
a casserole.
but then again, how do you know? Because like
Casseroles
it
are actually recent.
was like, I feel like we still a little tied to the shackles of slave food, and it tastes good and it's great, but it's not good for us, y'all. Sorry to let y'all know it ain't. So, I feel like casserole is just like was left and they put it in a thing and baked it.
Yeah, but like black people not making no casseroles.
'Cause
Not
we
now.
wasn't
How do
cooking
we know?
casserole.
How do you know if that ever was not a thing though?
Casseroles is recent. Like casseroles is like from the 60s and the 70s.
I think it's like certain foods that I don't
You
think
should look it up.
the
when,
average-
when did casseroles get popular? And I guarantee
that
you it's
even
the
a
60s
word?
and the 60s and the 70s
What is
when
that
white people was
word?
really cooking and like really becoming the era of homemakers. That's when they started casseroles and stuff like that.
It does say 1950s. American style casserole cooking reaches peak in popularity in
Yeah.
the 1950s when companies uh, whose marketing research allowed them to estimate the kitchen skills of their customers,
Mm-hmm.
offering simple recipes.
Because they couldn't cook. They used to have the slaves in the house.
You,
They had mammies.
you know what's weird? Before, you know how when you buy baking stuff, it says add an egg or something like that, add milk. So before, the actual packaging came with everything in it, and so it wouldn't sell, and the reason was people felt like they weren't actually baking. So
Mm.
So people wanted to feel like they were still doing work.
yeah, so they was like, okay, we can just take the egg out and let them add their own egg. And now I was like, oh, mom can bake. Like, no, mom can add an egg to,
Literally.
And mix it up.
yeah.
Yeah. Because you have to, I don't know, but like there's a part in American culture where cooking, like after the homemaker era, it became TV dinner era.
Mm,
So like that's when the food became this like very fast
mm.
way mannerism to like being in the kitchen all day. Like we don't have time for that. My mama got a job. Like she got to work. So that's where the the divide goes from like us actually being in the kitchen and like actually spending time on those like old recipes
Mm-hmm.
to make them new. You know what I'm saying? Like she's saying like we gotta get out the slave food era because like folks is still eat chitlins and like you don't gotta eat chitlins no more. Like you ain't gotta eat
Yeah.
Or,
pig guts.
That's
or ever.
that's
Like
wild.
So
nah.
all right, this is an American thing that we do. You know how we go to the grocery store and buy food for like weeks. So my dad went to Morocco a few years back, and he told me every day
Yeah.
everybody did their daily shopping. The
Yeah.
only reason they had a refrigerator was for juices. Like, but when it came to like fruits and vegetables and things you ate on a daily, like you went to the market every day.
Hmm.
Which honestly promotes such a healthier diet because therefore you can't like you ever hear like the idea of like when you go to the grocery store like shop around the perimeter and not
Mm.
on the inner part because that's where all the boxes are, the preservatives are all
I've
in
never
all of
heard
those
that.
foods. But if you stay on the outer point, like it's like there's no preservatives, it's just produce.
Uh,
Hmm.
that makes sense.
Yeah.
I hate how grocery stores are set up.
Why?
Everything is intentional.
The water is all the way in the back.
Yeah, because they want you to get there last.
Always.
I,
Everything is intentional.
I,
Every time you walk into like a mass space, somebody did a study on your
right.
brain and how that affects your brain.
I feel like it's more so of the sheep mentality because a lot, like me, for example, every time I go into a grocery store, I know why I'm going in there, and it's very rare that I pick up something extra
Mm.
because I rarely go to the grocery store, so I'm going there for specific things. If that makes sense. I
Yeah.
don't just go. I'm not one of those people who just go to the grocery store and just casually like, what do
Y-
I need today? It's
So
like
you don't
no,
be in Target just vibing.
no,
No.
So yeah.
unless
I,
I'm blowing time.
Yeah, I feel that. I feel like my relationship with grocery shopping has changed so much now that I live by myself cuz I'm like I hate being here. But it's like when I would be with my mom as a younger person, I'm just like, I'm there chilling like this is fun. Yeah,
What?
okay. We just chilling. This is nice. But now that I have to actually do it for myself, it takes mental effort. Like I need this for this. Okay, okay. And I'd hate it. So it's like now I spend a lot of time on the Kroger app
Mhm.
ordering the groceries and people come put it in the back of my car because like I hate shopping now for groceries.
You're
mm,
one of those.
I'm one of those now, and I
Ah.
never thought I would be one of those, but I really don't. I don't know. I just hate grocery shopping.
The only thing I hate about grocery shopping is when I'm like picking up vegetables and fruits and I gotta touch it and put it in a bag myself. I don't know, something about that feels weird. And then I do everything at self checkout, and now like I feel like I gotta look up codes and whatnot. I don't know. I don't like this. I don't work here. I shouldn't be looking up codes for fruits and
I
vegetables.
like
that's
self
so,
checkout.
that's
I mean, I love self checkout
Wink.
for obvious reasons,
Yeah.
allegedly.
Mhm.
But it's just I don't work here. I shouldn't be, you
that's an
know.
interesting take. I like the grocery store. I'm
I
not sure why.
I don't know. I'm tired.
Let me think on it real quick. I
I'm
think I
tired.
like the grocery store because it's just like you get to just go in there and you're like, okay, I got a list. I've prepped myself, but then I can also just see all this do stuff. And I'm like, okay, I don't need that. But now it's in my mind. I'm like, okay, when I come back in here, I might get that one, or I might get this, or I
But
might get that.
you know, like the whole idea of like retail therapy,
Mhm.
that does not. It
You're not a
is
retail therapy person. I am.
no. Like I'm not. I don't like shopping for anything at all.
Mm.
I
Even
agree.
clothing. Like I enjoy clothes when I have them. Like this is great. I look good. Perfect. But I'm not the person that wants to go to a mall, a store, and look and browse for something that
Mhm.
I need. Like I would. Okay, maybe like for an example, like a pop up different, a farmer's market
Mhm.
where it's like a little like vendors and like a whole bunch of cool little quirky stuff to check out.
Mhm.
That's completely different. But like a store where everything is like unified with sizes and color and I gotta search through everything, I'm not there for it. I hate it.
I think it would be more fun for me shopping because when I go to the mall, I'm in the mall for like 30 minutes tops because I go to the stores that I know usually shop at, and then it doesn't take me 15 minutes in one section to find like if it's something cool or not. I know if shit's dope. If I don't really love it at first sight, I'm not gonna really love it or like it a little bit even in my closet. So it's just like So I'm just looking through stuff and then once I find something I like, I look at the price and then it's like eh.
Do I really need this?
Right.
And I don't even know why. Is
And
that
then let me
like
go spend this money on food instead, which
mm,
is crazy.
That's
But
funny.
I feel like if they still ship magazines with like catalogs, and I could just sit on my couch and just casually, because when
You
you
know,
look at,
Journey still does that.
oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Because when you look at a catalog, you're not necessarily looking to buy stuff. Like when you shopping online, you're looking to buy something. Like that's why you go to these store websites. But when you just got a catalog in the mail, you just, I'm just passing time, and it's like, oh, this is cute. Maybe I'll get that.
Mhm.
It's not like a forced thing. It's just like a casual, laid back type of
yeah,
vibe.
yeah. But I do feel like maybe my relationship with shopping changed because I feel like every time I go to the store, I'm looking for something for a specific event or a
Mhm.
specific reason. And if they don't have it, I'm automatically annoyed and I hate it. And I'm never like casually like, oh, I'm gonna go to the mall just to shop. Like I don't even do that anymore.
Yeah, you gonna get
So
shot.
like, oh wow.
Oh my god.
And that's another thing. Lennox Mall is not even. It's not worth
No.
it. But
No.
I feel like I just go with intention of finding something for something very specific, and then when they don't have it, I'm disappointed. So that's the whole thing. So
So
yeah,
then,
my
yeah,
my
it's like that
relationship has
emotional
changed.
letdown repeatedly. It's just like, nah, I don't even. I'm
It's
off
not.
you, the mall. But I'm definitely a retail therapy person. I had issues with the mall just because it's just like this, not for this price, because I know the quality isn't there.
Yeah,
So I go
and
retail
online is
therapy.
better though.
I retail therapy at the thrift store. I
Mm.
You see, I used to love thrifting, but lately it's been such a challenge to find good stuff. And I get in there and I'm just overwhelmed. And I'm like, I'm about to go hard. I'm about to search through everything. And then I just end up going like 2 hours. And I'm like, all right, whew.
I normally get lucky in thrift stores with jackets, maybe, but outside of that, I don't be
I've
vibing in
I've
thrift stores.
thrifted like a lot of stuff. A
Yeah.
lot of my pieces have been thrifted.
Yeah.
That's cool. That was me like years ago, but I just can't anymore. I don't know why.
I
Uh,
think it's something I used to do as a kid though, cause like my grandma would take me to freaking garage sales,
mhm.
and we would just find stuff,
Garage sales are cool.
and it's just like, wow, okay, I like that. Like, oh, okay, like you got this in your house. Okay, your granddaddy gonna die. He gonna take it to the thrift store. Like, let me just
Wait.
But like like if people will tend to have garage sales, and then whatever they don't sell at the garage sale, they'll just take to the thrift store.
Mhm. That's why I don't really like thrift stores because it's like leftovers from the leftovers of leftovers.
But thrift stores are fun when you have the patience.
Yes, you just have to have patience.
It takes so much
And when
patience.
you get lucky,
When you get lucky. Also, like when I used to be thrifting in high school, when nobody cared about the thrift
I used to
store,
thrift in high
that
school.
was way better. But now it's like you go there and you know that everybody there looking for the same thing. Everybody looking for band
Vintage.
tees, vintage tees. You're not gonna find that no more. Or like Levi jackets, Levi denim. Like it's just like it's so hard
You
to find
gotta
stuff
go to
that
the
you actually
boonies.
want. You gotta go far out where
Mhm.
people don't care about that stuff. So it takes a whole day of like traveling and
Thanks,
figuring stuff
Macklemore.
out. Honestly, thanks Macklemore for that. You messed up everything.
You know the worst thrift store to me?
What?
Plato's Closet. I
I
freaking
wouldn't even consider that a thrift
Yeah,
store.
that's not. It's a consignment shop.
oh.
Cause they buy stuff from people.
and they do.
Yeah, it's not donation.
I think that place is the most disrespectful place
It
ever.
is. They don't buy anything from you, and then like all they have in there, like they'll be like, "Oh yeah, we don't want this," but yet when you go look on the racks, it's like Hollister, Abercrombie, Aeropostale, and I'm like, people still buying this?
Yo,
Mm-hmm.
they
It's very
denied
high.
some of my clothes, and I saw some FUBU shoes on the racks.
Well, that's actually kind of cool.
FUBU shoes?
Yeah. You just
No,
never know. Like, listen,
I'm sorry.
listen.
I'm
I'm
It's
telling you right
it's your
now, it's
style.
cultural, and it's like right now those kind of pieces are kind of like the foundation to a lot of fire fits.
look,
A
look,
lot of
You get what I'm
streetwear,
saying?
yeah,
Yeah.
like
look,
black streetwear.
look. Like jeans and jackets and like shirts, FUBU, completely cool. But the shoes, like the Walmart joints,
Oh,
not
Are
they
it.
were
they?
Walmart ones.
Wait, I'm confused. What do you mean?
Like FUBU shoes were never like.
They weren't necessarily popping then, but I'm saying like now in current times, how people are like,
Let
ooh,
somebody wear that,
like
and then
that's what
niggas gonna
I'm
be on
saying. It
that.
take one person to do
Champion,
something.
Champion used to be a Walmart. Look at
That's a good
Champion now.
point.
It took one person, one celebrity. Champion is
Yeah, Champion was popping at Kmart.
Yeah, it was.
all it takes. It's just
Still
You
not.
your
just never know. You just never know.
I knew I was done when
And
I seen Airwalk and Urban Outfitters. I was like, what the fuck is this shit?
okay, I have not seen that yet.
what's Airwalk?
You
It,
don't remember Airwalk when they used to make like the fake Uggs and the fake
they
Vans?
used to be in Payless.
They were in Payless.
Oh, the fake Uggs used to be like bear paw, right? That's what I thought the fake
No,
Uggs
they
was.
were. They had Airwalk ones too.
Yeah, it
Mm.
was like a few years ago. Like the Airwalk had a whole collection in Urban Outfitters. I was like, I promise nobody's buying this. Well, I hope nobody's buying this.
That's like saying when Forever 21 had
Why? Wait. Why when I type in FUBU shoes, it say Filas?
Forever 21 had a collection with the U.S. Postal Service,
I seen that, and also with Hot Cheetos. Chaos.
and people bought it
People bought it.
like full on USPS, like red, white,
Some of the
blue.
little pieces they had with them was straight, but the Hot Cheetos one, I was like, why would y'all do that?
I'm struggling. I can't buy clothes from fast fashion places like that anymore.
Didn't 21 Savage have a collaboration with Forever 21? Cause like the whole 21 thing.
Possibly. I don't know.
That's news to me.
Those clothes, they have one wash and they're gone. And
It just you have to know what to get. You have to know, like you have to know the fabric. Like you gotta read the label. Like it's a work. But if you care,
He did.
so he did. It was like a motorsport one. Okay.
I remember that.
Yeah. Interesting.
But yeah, I can't with the fast fashion clothes anymore. It's just I don't last.
So
Fast
what do you
fashion
buy
is
now?
interesting.
Like where does the majority of your clothing come from now?
I don't know. Well, I got this shirt from the streetwear market the other
Okay.
day. Um, I don't know. I struggle buying clothes. I really do. I
Mhm.
have no clue how I get clothes. I don't know where I shop.
Maybe you're just buying from like one-off brands. Like a
It's
lot of like Instagram brands
yeah.
or just like streetwear brands that you found off social media.
I just be out and I'm like, I like this shirt or something like that. And
Mhm.
I might catch a sale somewhere. I don't
Mm.
spend too much money on clothes anymore, which is weird because I like to dress, but it's like I don't want to spend a lot of money on because a lot of people are labelers, you know. They see this label that makes this piece cool. Like this wasn't cool, but now it says Supreme on it, or now it came from this designer. Now this shit is cool. It's like no, do you like what you like, or you like it because they told you to like it? And so I'm a person where I like what I like because I think shit is dope, and that's the point I'm at right now.
That's
So
good.
it's so hard for me to spend like a lot of money on clothes for me though. So
Yeah, I feel that. I definitely feel that. I don't know.
and I feel like when people are labelers, they buy clothes for other people.
Well, yeah, because literally people
That's the
buy,
industry anyway.
yeah, people buy clothes and they look a hot mess. But it's designer, so this is fine. This is great. Yeah.
It's like,
You got that drip on. Whole time you look a hot mess. Like you got 5 designers on, but you look a hot mess.
A mess.
Congratulations, you spent
A
5K
mess.
on your fit, but you still look a hot mess.
Very much so.
Like what did you gain from
That
that?
fat Gucci
Drip, I
belt.
guess.
You got drip.
I don't even think it'd be drip. If you can't dress, it ain't drip.
It's just a hot mess. That's literally it. Let's just
Yeah.
label it as that. Like
Yeah, but there's like the difference. There's like style, then there's clothes.
it's just like I personally love when people have their own aesthetic because it's like you can either have one designer thing on, no designer things on, like 10 design. You can any way you dress, if it look good, then that's what's up.
What's my aesthetic? What would you describe
I'm
it
not
as?
sure. You just, Ishmael.
I get that way too often, and it's annoying.
Oh, what?
Just
Yeah,
Ishmael.
yeah, when I ask people to describe me, they're like, you know, eh, I don't, it's just Ishmael. There's no other way. I'm like, what does that even
But that just means
mean?
you're uncomparable. That just means that you're so you and who you are that like it's not able to be like, yo, this is kind of like Ishmael. Ishmael's like this person, or I can see this person in Ishmael. It's just like, nah, Ishmael is who he is.
Mm,
So it's best to be undescribable.
I guess.
No,
That's-
it is.
that's a
Because
gr-
it's just like, you are who you are, right? So if you're
Mm.
living in your truth, like you just being who you are every single day, then when you're around people that know you, it's like, oh, this KJ, like this is who she is. I can't be like KJ kind of act like this person, or she kind of act like this person. No, it's KJ because she is who she is. She in her truth.
Okay, I feel that.
So yeah, like I feel like I got that realization like when cause like every time y'all by my house and we about to go somewhere, I'm like,
Mhm.
what am I gonna wear? Every time. So I'm like looking in a closet trying to figure it out, and then when I put it on, like for an example, Tay, he might be like, oh, um, yeah, it's you. So yeah, it works. But it's like he's like, oh, if anybody else put it on, it's like, I don't know, but this works for you
Yeah,
because
'cause
it's your thing.
Mhm.
This makes
Your style.
sense for you.
So
So
you're unapologetically yourself.
I guess so. I don't know. That just sounds like such a cliche thing to tweet. So
I'm always me
like okay.
No, because I mean, you know those people who aren't.
themselves.
Yeah.
I would say that like I'm someone who strives to authentically be myself in
Mhm.
every aspect, because so much of our life we're like always pulling from other people, just
Mhm.
being around other energies, our friends, our families, just
Mhm.
like life will shape us. But are we being shaped because we want to be this way or who we are, or we're just falling to our circumstances and be like, well, I'm fucked up because my life was fucked up.
Being a product of your environment. I think too many people are that, like wanting to fit in and be cool.
Mhm.
Malik was talking about that last week. He was like, a lot of people aren't creative because everybody's like consistently doing the same shit.
Yes.
So if everybody's consistently doing the same shit, like it's gonna be like that continuous pattern. It's like, okay, when can we get something new and
Very true.
something different?
Yeah.
But
That's
people's got to be themselves. You have to think like, it's to be yourself is scary. You if you really think about being you, like waking up and being like, I'm thinking these thoughts because it's me, not
Mhm.
Yeah.
because mom. Okay, take for being example like an adult. You move out on your own. Are you buying game because you really like game, or are you buying game because your mama always bought game?
That's a good point. Like I'm over here buying organic and vegan products. My mom was not
She
doing
like, I ain't
that.
spend all that money on that stuff.
Right. So it's like I figured it out on my own. This is
Mhm.
what I like.
But you gotta go through that. You gotta test yourself and be like, am I doing this because I really like this? Or am I just doing it because everybody else doing it? Or this is because that's all I know. People will always be like, that's all I know. Always been this way. They're not challenging life. They're not challenging
Not
themselves.
questioning.
Mhm.
You have to question everything. Ishmael.
You do.
I mean,
Everything.
I think I'm already the person who did that. So what?
Oh my God.
Am I not?
Unpopular opinion, man.
It's not. It's not intentional though.
It's just chaos. That's what it is. Like I support it, but I'm just saying, like, dang.
Oh, Shelly, you don't follow me on Twitter.
Mm-mm.
So, my
What you be doing on
Literally
there?
anything that anybody else likes, Ishmael doesn't like.
Mm.
no. See, here's the thing.
Don't say
Is
that,
that
cause that's
intentional though? Are you
I don't
intentionally
know.
like pushing the narrative, or that's just who you naturally are?
A lot of times, it's who I naturally am,
Mm,
and other
you
times,
trolling.
so, now I do troll. I
Okay,
will
I
say I
know
But
you
are
troll.
you
troll.
naturally a troll though? You just naturally like
Oh, I naturally do troll,
okay.
but there's a lot of times where I feel like everybody thinks something is like the coolest thing ever, and I'm like, and this is just okay. Please stop hyping this up. Like, please stop. This is mediocre. Cause you know how everything is in phases with our generation right
Mhm.
now. So right now, the drink that's popular is Casamigos. It's like it's
Yeah,
just
Very
like
true.
I don't even know who just made Casamigos popular.
George
'Cause
Clooney.
what?
Yeah, that's his
He
tequila.
didn't make it popular though.
But yeah,
No, no
Niggas
young,
made it
yeah,
right.
popular.
no young black person is checking for what George Clooney likes to
That's I'm
drink.
like George
So no, but
Clooney.
Yeah,
like we
but yeah.
don't know
He
who
alive?
actually was like Casamigos a drink, y'all.
Yeah, like it just
So
became the
it
drink
just
of the
came, it
year.
came out
Like,
of nowhere. Even the Casa Azul stuff, like
Yeah, that one too. It
yeah.
was like
but the thing with like Casamigos is like it's not that expensive.
Well,
it's never about the price. It's more so
the aesthetic. It's
it's
just
like
like, oh wow,
yeah,
like yeah, we got Casamigos on deck. You already know what the vibes is. Hey, you talking
yeah,
about
yeah, we're
like
lit because
I mean, it's a
this is
nice
the
drink though. Like
this is
it's a
the
quality
popular thing.
tequila.
It's like yeah, this is the popular thing. It's like for me, and it's like that with music too.
That
It's
was like
like
Grey Goose. Grey Goose had niggas on the whole boy.
yeah, Hennessy as well. And so I'm
Niggas don't drink that no more. You see a nigga drinking Grey Goose, I'm
yeah, that's a
concerned.
little. I mean, they still do, but it's not like the go to.
I'm like, you old Grey
Yeah,
Goose.
yeah.
yeah, you're not of the
You're
wave.
not of the
Nigga,
wave.
you
This
drinking
is
The
Hennessy?
wave is Casamigos, Clase Azul. Yeah. Tequila in general. But I personally would prefer tequila, but not because of the hype, but because I'm not a drinker already. So it's like anything else be like, oh my God, I'm about to die.
so yeah. That's just like how I feel about
That's very true.
That's how I
Bro,
feel.
I'll bring you down.
Mm-hmm.
That's how I feel about like a lot of movies or music, just pop culture. It's just the things that I think are really, really dope. No one else thinks is cool.
What's an example?
Like my favorite albums of recent is I love Detroit 2 by Big Sean.
Oh, okay. I remember you saying this because everybody's like, Big Sean. I
Yeah,
guess.
people are like, why are you listening to Big Sean? Like, why you, you know what I'm saying?
Oh my god.
Some kid, I love some Kid Cudi.
Well, that's different because everybody loves Kid. People will go to hell and back for Kid Cudi.
When I
That's
tell
true.
you,
But not
yeah,
like
maybe y'all circle, but when I tell you, I know a lot of people who's like who haven't heard.
That's very true. Remember we were having that conversation at my house, and
Yeah,
I was like, "Wow, y'all don't like Kid Cudi? That's
I
very
don't
yeah,
really
it's
interesting."
like
listen to him.
you said what?
I don't really listen to
See what
him.
I'm saying? Like,
But okay, I have this thing. I can't no matter how well the artist is,
hmm
if their voice doesn't like the tone of their voice is not right, I can't listen to it. I can't listen to Kendrick.
I don't listen to Kendrick either.
His voice. Kid
So
Cudi's voice. I
Oh,
can't.
it's
I
nothing
actually
wrong
love
with
his voice.
Kid Cudi voice. Kid Cudi voice is nice. Kendrick's voice, he has his moments when he like do that little high pitched thing. So I don't know, like I don't have a
But like, even when it comes to, I would say, oh, this is my. I would say that I would list my top favorite artists
Mhm.
and like who I think are the best.
Who's your
And
top 5?
um, who like currently
Yeah.
is Cudi, Big Sean, Thug, Ye, and that fifth spot is hard.
Mm.
Um, I usually don't. Oh, Pusha T. I really, really
Okay.
listen to Pusha T on a consistent basis.
Like, but hearing that list, okay, like I know the type of music you're into. Just off that list, though, because
Mhm.
like a lot of those artists have a similar voice. Like I can't listen to Pusha T like that either.
Mhm.
It's that same voice. I don't know what it
well,
is.
yeah, I'm not saying I'm out here listening to Pusha T because I'm not. Can't do it.
Yeah,
And then
it's cool.
I like to note that I did grow up listening to R&B, like
Mhm.
R&B, jazz, gospel. So like rap is really hard for me to get into sometimes,
Mhm.
especially like that style of rap because it seems really lyrical. So it's like this is basically spoken word. I just need you to take the beat off,
That's what I'm.
so I can really hear what you're
But
saying.
like
Just remove the beat
when
for
it
me.
comes to like Pusha and Ye and Big Sean, it's like the lyrical content for me is like what really drives me. It's like the things that they're saying. I was like, I can relate to this or I can understand this. And so when I say that like that five, right?
Mhm.
They be like, you don't got Drake, Kendrick, or Cole in your five. I'm like, no, I don't. I don't even think they're that great, you know.
Mhm.
Instead of like, oh, what you're just being. I was like, no, I just genuinely don't listen to them that much. Like I listen to a lot of Drake, but it's literally just nothing was the same. Like most of the time, it's just I love that album. That's one of my favorite albums ever. But outside of that album, I'm not really listening to Drake that often.
Mm. I can't even make a top five, y'all.
It's Brent
Mm.
I
Fayez.
no, I can't make a top five.
No, just do like current. Like they don't have to be all time. Just like
Who are you currently listening to the most? Shoot, I would take kind of I would take Ye out of there
mhm.
because I rarely well lately I've been listening to a lot of Ye, but like I go through Ye phases, but lately I've been listening to a whole lot of Red, so just Cardi.
Dang, yeah, I feel
Mm.
that. Wow. Yeah, I don't know. Who do I listen to right now? I don't
Hmm.
know. Like yeah, okay, Brent Fayez, but Brent Fayez doesn't have a very long catalog yet. Like he getting there.
That's cool.
So, sure.
You can just listen to the like it's okay to Frank Ocean has what like 3 projects and
And the way this man got stands, you would swear this man been in the industry for 50
right,
years.
So like
Like,
yeah. So
but like the Frank Ocean's the songs that people like are really 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 good. So
they
it's
are
like I can just
good.
keep playing these shits over and over.
Yeah.
If that's how you feel about Brent, that's cool.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. Like, I have such a hard time making such, like, drastic decisions about artists
Hmm.
and
Placements.
placements of people when it comes to art because I just look at everyone so differently because
Hmm.
they all offer so many different things. So,
Right.
like, when people be like top five, I'm like, I have no idea. Like, I be struggling and I just end up saying something and I be thinking, why did I say that? That's not what I meant.
like
Like,
that's not the
so
one.
yeah, I
That's not the
don't,
one.
yeah, so I don't even want to.
Okay. I I'm not an album listener. So
Hmm.
because of that, I listen to playlist.
Okay.
So I like to pick songs that I hear and I'm like, okay, this goes well with this.
Hmm.
This goes well here. Like this has a collective energy.
Hmm.
So that I can do, but like listening to like a whole album with somebody, I'm like, I don't want to keep hearing them.
Yo, I love that.
Like
So,
there's like where's the range? Like I need to like every other song. Okay, I'm like, all right, cool. This is new. This
Well,
is fresh.
yeah.
well, when something drop, I do feel like I do like the listen to the whole album thing, and that's great and lovely. But it's not always like a I'm gonna always listen to just this album forever.
Yeah, straight through.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, I cannot.
So, Mike, as in Michael Jackson,
Mhm.
Okay.
he made Thriller.
Mhm.
Thriller was 9 songs long.
Mhm.
Now, a few years ago when Ye had all those albums come out at the same time, he said each album was gonna be 7 songs long.
Mhm.
I was like, I get what he's getting at because there's too many albums that keep dropping and there's like 20 songs long, 18 tracks long. I'm like, yo, who the fuck has time to listen to 22 tracks and decipher which ones are good out of this? I can't do that. But now you give me, if you perfect
And
9 songs like Mike did with Thriller, if Mike can do it in 9, you
you
should,
want to know what's
Yeah, and I
crazy?
think that
That
okay,
album, they went through over like 200 songs
right,
that is
to pick
crazy.
that album, to pick 9.
right.
That's insane.
So, and I actually watched I started watching the I can't even think of his name right now. That's so crazy.
Quincy Jones.
Yes, the Quincy Jones
Hmm.
documentary. Thank you, because I
Yeah,
did not
I
have
just
that.
knew that's what you meant.
I watched it, and something he said, I want to finish it though. He said, music has only 12 notes,
Hmm.
always, forever. Always 12 notes, right?
Hmm.
To take that and continuously over and over and over and over and over and over and over again, change it, manipulate it, diversify it, it's crazy, right?
Hmm.
So it's like these people, they get in the studio and they just make songs. It's
Mm.
not always the process is not the same anymore. That thriller process, like when you got
Oh my
a
God.
percussionist, you got a pianist, like you got somebody in here that's composing
Mhm.
music with notes and like all that is accounted for, you get thriller work. You
And I
get
think,
proper work.
yeah.
But these they get on the studio, they get high, they just on the computer.
All right, done.
Okay, this beat hard. Yeah, this slap. And then that's why you can always be like, this sound the same. This sound the same. It's the same notes. The same notes just manipulated a certain way.
I feel that.
So
So,
if they just take the artistry back into the music industry, we would get to the point where people will not gonna feel like this all the same. This all the same.
yeah.
It's slower. Music now is fast.
Hmm.
It's very fast. Niggas go in the studio right now, make a song, put it out. That's quick. They didn't have that. No.
So, technology.
Somebody had to approve your song. Somebody had to critique your song. Somebody played
Mhm.
that song over and over and over again. Listening, listening, listening. It's not the same.
So
Yeah,
like
but it's technology because
so
it's like
Mhm.
it's so easy to get music out there now
mhm.
Mhm.
versus how it was. It's like, oh,
Anybody can be an
let
artist
me
now.
let me bring this physical disc to the radio and hope they spin it.
Right.
Now it's like, oh, let me just put this on SoundCloud, see what happens.
See if it hit.
It's just so easy now.
So
Mhm.
like Thug, he has like 4 tapes and they're like all 9 tracks each. And I'm like, yo, I love the fact that he did this. Like So Much Fun was his first album that it was like
A lot of
a
songs.
lot of songs,
Mhm.
but usually it's just like 9 to 10 songs. And I'm cool with like 12 because you got the 9 to 10 and then you got a few bonus tracks and
Mhm.
that's cool.
Some throwaways.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But when you at 24,
It's
Mm.
stressful. Honestly, I
That's
feel
like
like,
Trippy. Trippy dropped that crazy album.
but personally, I'm more attracted to artists that don't drop a lot of music. And that's like with any artist, like
mhm.
music, photo, everything. Like I'm not
She's
I
like patience.
I like
Mhm.
when I can tell that each photo that you post or each song that you release or each
Mhm.
album you release, you took your time with every single one of these things. Like I don't like when an artist drop a whole bunch of music and then like a month later it's a whole nother tape and I'm just like, why would you do this? Now I can't keep up. It's just too much. It just feel like you're just dropping stuff just to get streams. It don't
Mhm.
feel authentic. It doesn't feel
Mhm.
like you took
It's
your
not about
time
the music.
with
It's not
each
about the
piece,
music.
and I'm just not attracted to that. When in any artistry, I'm not attracted. I don't like when people are like quick, 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 quick coming with stuff. I mean, sometimes the brain might work like that, cool, but I just I'm not
But
attracted
there's
to
no
it.
longevity in that though.
Yeah,
Like there's no
yeah,
longevity in like constant turnover. You're not actually allowing yourself to rest, to actually like give your brain a break and be like, okay.
yeah. Because the creative process is stressful.
Mhm.
It really is. Like it definitely can be. So it's like it just kind of throws me for a loop when people can be so rapid and quick with releasing stuff that they created. I'm just like,
Mhm.
what did you do here?
Mhm.
You know?
But then you have to account for like in the music industry, it's not always just the artist itself. Like they're simply just a mirror
Mhm.
of the people who are actually building and developing them
Yeah.
behind the scenes. Like who you see as the artist, like we're gonna take Beyonce.
Mhm.
We know that Beyonce plays a role in everything she creates as an
Now.
artist now,
Yeah.
right? But back then, they didn't always have that control. You don't always have that control of your image, your sound, where you go,
Mhm.
how you know, like, yeah, like your image, like how you dress. So many artists have came out that was like, yeah, like,
That wasn't me.
that wasn't me. Like, I had to
Conform.
confirm, yeah, because this is what the label wanted me to look, or this is how they wanted me to sound, but
Mhm.
I didn't feel that in my heart.
I feel you know what's an artist who puts out a lot of music, but they have each tape they it's really gonna be something on there that's gonna like you've never heard anything like this before. I think it's Future
Mm.
because um like and sometimes it'd be on his features like on his Pardon Me when he started whistling. I was like, what the fuck is this? Like or on the one he was on with J Rock and Kendrick when he hit that la di da di. I was
Yeah, cause
like,
it's like, like normally people like okay, this is stupid, but he just stuck through.
He just
Gotta see it through, my boy.
Yeah.
Like
Got
he
to see it through.
yes.
it like a lot of times I be hearing stuff from him. I'm like, what is this?
Mhm.
And and I think for him it's because he puts out so much that he's actually trying stuff in the studio. When
That's
you got
true.
other people who's just in the studio, like a lot of like the Migos tape, a lot of them songs sound the exact same.
They sound like,
Hmm.
yeah, they do. Which is so disheartening because like Culture 2 is my favorite.
Whoa, you like Culture too?
Culture 2, like
You
let me make sure that's actually Culture 2 to like 100% like not
now Culture
lie on
two,
here.
I think the songs that aren't Quavo led are really amazing. The ones that Quavo's like the lead voice on the song,
Let
I'm
me
like,
tell you.
ah, yeah,
Maybe
this
it's
isn't
not Culture
it.
2. Hold on.
I have no opinion.
Why not?
No,
I
actually,
just don't. Like,
it's
I
Culture
didn't.
1. Sorry. It's
Oh,
Culture.
yeah,
Oh,
Culture
okay.
one is great.
Culture, this like album right
Oh,
here.
that's
Culture.
culture one.
Yeah,
Wait, what's the cover of culture two look like?
It's with them.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Okay, I did
Nobody
not
really
mean to
talked
say
about that
Culture
one that
2.
much.
Culture, like this album when
mhm.
they need to remaster
T-shirt,
it so they can make it to
Bad and
Adobe.
Bougie, all that.
Literally t-shirt. First of all, not even Bad and Bucci. Get right with you.
Mm.
I'm get right with you.
Oh my God, I love that
What?
song.
What?
How you gonna
Big
big on
and
big?
big?
Yes, that ayo.
What's
I
the
love that.
price? Like what? Like this
Yeah,
whole
that's a good point.
no,
It got a lot of hits on
like
there.
this is a top
Perfection.
quality
How many
Migos
how many
album.
tracks on that?
13. It's only
See what I'm
it's less
saying?
than an hour. It's
See what I'm
less than an
saying?
hour though.
When you perfect
But
those
I think,
songs, it's
but I
nine
think
with a
that's
few bonuses.
yeah, and that's also because we have such a short attention span as humans. So yeah,
Yeah.
Do we?
I think we do. I definitely think we do.
And I think it's become that way because everything is so fast
Everything's so
here.
fast.
So
Okay, so
fast. You can just receive. Look how just people
Social
been able to
media,
look
you
that
like
up.
swipe. I
so
don't like it.
so
Nope, swipe.
so when it comes to the music, y'all like, do y'all if you like it, are you playing it a year or two from now,
Mm.
or
Yeah.
are you just playing it just right now? Because there's a lot of
Oh.
music that people would play just right now. Like the other day, I was just riding around listening to Lil Yachty for like hours, and because like Yachty's tapes aren't like start to finish, but
That's
it's a
very
lot
true.
of songs on a lot of his tapes that are
You
really
have to
really
like go and grab them out.
yeah, and it's
Yeah.
like Yachty has a lot of music that I like, and I was listening to him and I was just pick another one. I was like, oh, I like this one too. I forgot about this, and so it's like, okay, let's I like to acknowledge the songs that I really do like, and I like to listen to that. I like to listen to things for longevity. I don't like songs. I'm like, oh, this is cool. I'm not gonna play this. Like, I'll play this like a few times this month, but
Mm.
like a year from now, I'm not playing this at all. You get what I'm saying?
In a sense, I do, but I think most of the music that I listen to because I know that I'm gonna like it forever.
Forever.
Yeah, like
Mm.
I feel like it's a lot of stuff that I'll like forget like about it for a second. I go back to it and I'm like,
You like this was the shit.
this
Like
is
I remember this. It
crazy.
take me back.
Like, and it just give that feeling like, wow, this is lit. And then I start listening to it all over again. It's like a week straight. I'm pressing it every time I get in the car. So yeah.
You know what song I heard
Mm.
yesterday on OVO radio that I completely forgot about, and
Hmm.
it's because it's not on streaming services. "Dresser" by 2 Chainz and Thug.
Oh wow.
Make a little money, leave a little on the dresser. Make a little money, leave a little on the
Yeah.
dresser. I was like, yo, this
I
shit
don't really
is
know that one.
fire. Like amazing.
2 Chainz when he came out as 2 Chainz, I remember getting that mixtape on Spirilla.
Mhm.
And I was like, this is so hard. I remember telling my mom, like, this is 2 Chainz. Like, have you heard 2 Chainz? She's like, that's Titty Boy. I'm like, what? Who the fuck is Titty Boy? But yeah,
I love 2
that 2
Chainz.
Chainz first mixtape, Chef Kiss. Chef Kiss. Really nice.
The first album too was great. Yeah, I love 2 Chainz. I love Atlanta artists.
Music is crazy.
Music is
Music
crazy.
is. So, like, back to your question, I don't necessarily revisit music
Mhm.
only because I consume so much.
Mhm.
Like, artists that, like, aren't big
Mhm.
or that are big. And I listen to them, like I was saying, on playlists.
Mhm.
So, I could easily just forget somebody album real quick and be like, oh, I forgot the album existed because, like, I'm
Mhm.
just listening to singles. I'm just listening to each individual tracks. But that same feeling, like hearing the song, you like, dang, this I know why I like this. Like
Mm.
this was really good.
I
Yeah.
don't forget albums because usually they're either really really good or really really bad. So
So, what makes an album bad? How many good songs has to be on an album in order for the album to be good?
Right.
um for it to be a good album, I need at least 7.
Mm.
Out of,
Ooh.
Most are like 12 to 13. Most
I
albums.
so
see.
like you gotta have like a half ratio.
Yeah. That's what it sounds like.
Well, for me, a bad album has to be um. All right, most bad albums I've heard, I had no business listening to in the first place, and so I blame myself.
Like what?
All right, so I don't know if you know this. No, I'm sorry. I'm 100% sure you don't know this. Tyga dropped an R&B album.
Let's just end it here.
Okay, yeah, you had no business
I
listening
had
to
no
that.
business
Like,
listening to
why
that
would you set yourself up for that?
because I was like, bro, Tyga R. What is this about? And that usually be how.
Curiosity.
Yeah, it's like, wait,
Definitely kill the cat on that one.
like
Definitely.
like Lil Twist just dropped a tape.
Uh-uh.
Let's see what this is about. And it's like, I know better. I know better.
Yeah, you
You know
do.
when you go to that restaurant and you order something that's like,
You
you
know
know
you
you
wasn't
shouldn't be
gonna like.
ordering this here.
Like when people go to Mexican spots and get burgers.
Yeah, like you know damn well you should not.
Let's just start there.
You know
Like,
damn well you
no.
should not be at a Mexican spot ordering a burger.
They shouldn't even have burgers on the menu.
Right,
Then
but
this is not a Mexican spot. This is getting real Tex-Mex.
right. So, but when you're there, and you're like, we're here, and I want a burger. I know I shouldn't,
But I'm
but
gonna do it
I'm gonna do it
anyway.
anyway.
That's scary. I'm not gonna trust you no more. Cause why did we come here? We could have went to a burger spot and actually had good burgers. But now you want to eat a burger at a Mexican spot?
Like people who order steak at Waffle House, like you know.
They know what they doing. Nah, you know if somebody orders steak at Waffle House, they want that steak. They want that Waffle House steak.
There was someone who told me they get salads from Waffle House.
Yeah,
I
it's
didn't
like,
even know.
what do we?
Like you really expect the lettuce to be fresh? Waffle House dirty.
What quality?
Yo.
We be pushing
I'm
it. Going
concerned for
there.
these
Like,
people.
Yo,
You gotta know where to order and what to eat.
so Subway started doing protein bowls, right? Which is really just their subs without the bread, honestly.
Exactly.
So
Mhm.
this lady was in front of me, and she asked for one of those, and so, but she was like, "Oh, y'all gonna put the meat in the bowl first?" And she was like, "It's a protein bowl." She said, "No, put the lettuce in." And she was like, she basically wanted a salad.
A salad bowl.
Yeah, and she was being really, really like aggressively disrespectful to the like lady behind the counter. I'm like, "Shorty, why the fuck are you at Subway getting a salad?" I think you're problem number one.
Yeah, you
Like,
got
what
your
are we
priorities
doing
mixed
here?
up.
This is gross.
Yeah, what are you
Life
doing
is
at
weird.
Subway?
I don't know. People just be doing stuff.
People do just be doing stuff.
They just be doing stuff.
Isn't that annoying?
It is.
They just be doing stuff.
You-
But see that goes back
Deep
to
sigh.
that goes back to what we were saying earlier. Is like, are you doing what you're doing because you really want to, or are you just doing it to do it?
But cloud.
Are you like functioning as a robot right now?
I think cloud is more dangerous than cocaine.
Mm-hmm.
Not in Atlanta right now. The way
Yeah.
coke been laced with fentanyl. So let's not.
So no.
Let's remind these kids, y'all. If you're doing coke, make sure you testing it.
Okay.
How?
What do you mean? How?
How would you test coke?
There's like test kits. Like you can
You
like.
can-
You just buy it at Walmart.
No, you don't buy it at Walmart. I don't know if they have it at Walmart, but you can literally like at a lot of events they offer you like the test kits for stuff like
Now that I
that.
think about it, why don't they sell like cocaine test kits at Walmart?
Well, for one thing, it's a
It's
touchy
illegal.
subject because it's like, why are you promoting the use of illegal substances? But at the same time, you know people are gonna do it. So
I mean, gas stations sell papers.
yeah, but that's for tobacco, quote unquote. Good and well,
Right.
they know everybody ain't using it for no tobacco.
Who rolls their own
Just-
tobacco?
Just
Listen.
people do. Just as you're not supposed
People
to go,
eat snuff.
you're not supposed to go in a smoke shop and mention the word weed.
Mm.
That's like a big thing. You're not supposed to say that because they're selling stuff for tobacco use only.
Mhm.
Right.
So don't do that.
Kids don't.
Yeah.
Mm.
And test your coke because we know y'all gonna do it. But
I-
just test it.
I guess. But yeah, I think clout is more dangerous than cocaine.
Mm,
because
Clout is very dangerous. People go to all extremes for clout. Like
they
think
do.
about like just like TikTok. Think about anything. People will just do stuff.
the biggest example for me was Boonk. You remember Boonk Gang?
Yeah, I remember Boot Gang.
That was a scary experience.
He's okay now, right? Though, ain't he like a?
He'll never be okay.
But he a preacher, right?
He'll never be okay.
He has all those tattoos on his face,
Yeah.
Well, I kind of like the tattoos.
Just like I like the look. I like the aesthetic.
I
It's
think
nice.
yeah, I feel like he's figuring. It's a journey for him, and I feel like he's figuring it out, and good for him.
Life is a journey. It is.
And I
but
don't want to say he'll never be okay. It's just that he did some crazy stuff, and it's like as humans we gotta look at it like that, you know, like everybody just be doing stuff.
And he did it for clout.
He did do it for clout, but a hella people do stuff for clout. Like he ain't the only one.
I know he's not the only one.
It's like, but what are you willing?
How
to-
far are you willing
Yeah,
to
how
go?
far are you willing to go for this?
Are you willing to eat a Tide Pod or are you willing to lick ice cream at the store? Which one?
That was chaotic. She started COVID. She started COVID.
People was coming from Bluebell, and it's like, don't do that. Don't come for
Honestly,
Bluebell.
that was ridiculous that they didn't have like a seal on the ice cream though.
You know what's crazy?
Do
So
you eat? Okay, but no, like, do y'all really? Y'all don't. Then that mean y'all don't eat Bluebell ice
I
cream?
don't
right?
eat
Okay.
Bluebell
Well, I
ice
don't
cream.
anymore.
Okay, cause she.
Yeah, but Bluebell was my favorite.
I didn't grow up eating Bluebell.
Are
I
you
grew
from
up,
the South?
yeah.
I grew up
I-
eating Bluebell.
I grew up
only.
eating Briars because
Wow.
if you look on the ingredients,
You sure you from the South?
Yeah.
All right. So on the ingredients of Briars, it just says milk, sugar, and natural flavors.
What did it say on Bluebell?
Like
Xanthan gum and all that random stuff.
yeah. There
All
was
right, so
Briars used to run this commercial called Johnny Can't Read, and so it was like, Johnny, what's on the back of this product? And he was struggling reading it. So if Johnny can't read it, you don't need to eat it. Briars ice cream. I was like,
That's so funny. I don't like. That's probably why I don't like Briars though. It's too milky. But I like Bluebell is something that I grew up on.
Mhm.
Because Bluebell, you
is
can
what I
get
grew up
in
on
the
as
little,
well.
you like at the birthday party, they eat Bluebell ice cream
The
in
little
cups.
scoop with the little
oh,
what?
or
That's
Mayfield.
Bluebell.
I remember eating Mayfield ice cream.
Maybe that's
so
Mayfield.
I
though.
didn't experience Mayfield until I
Mm-mm.
came to Atlanta.
Mm.
Like we were only eating like
Bluebell.
Bluebell in New Orleans.
Mm.
So yeah.
But the reason Bluebell didn't have the plastic over it was because like the ice cream was so sealed that like you when you eat Bluebell like you peel the top off like you
Yeah.
can see the ice cream is like stuck. So
Mm.
you didn't really need a seal because you knew if your Bluebell had been open before. and,
Right.
Like, you know if somebody ate your stuff. But the fact that homegirl really like, and she did Bluebell because they didn't have a seal on it. So it's like you really just messed up
Aesthetic.
their whole experience
Yeah.
for social media,
Clout.
for clout, for other people. And I think that what we have to realize what clout is like it's for the satisfaction of others. Like
Mhm.
it's really you're not doing this because you feel good. You doing this because you want other
But
people
that's
to perceive
yeah.
you a certain way.
you want approval from others. You want people to agree and be on the same standpoint that you're on.
Right.
So you run the social media.
And then that just means that you're insecure. And that really be the root of it all. Like
Mhm.
you don't know yourself.
I think for me, it's I can't be a clout chaser because my natural opinions no one's ever really liked, so it's just like
You're
for,
automatically banned.
yeah, it's like for me to try to do what people like, it'll everybody like, yeah, what the fuck are you doing? That's not you.
That's
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I hate like I don't even have the TikTok app, so I don't even.
TikTok is interesting though. Like
I was in denial with TikTok for a long time.
Mhm.
I was like, I'm not downloading that. I like Vine, and I'm gonna just stick by that.
mhm.
Vine's gone. I'm never gonna be on this kind of app again. And then everybody kept sending me TikToks,
Mhm.
and I'm like, I'm
Oh,
gonna click
man.
it. So I click it, and it brings me to this ugly web browser, and I'm like, ugh, I'm just download the app. So then I download the app, and now when people send me stuff, I click it, and then I just start scrolling, and it's never ending, and it's stressful, and it's like, why am I still on this app? And it's 1:45 in the morning. Like
See,
I don't want that life for myself.
just
So-
delete it. So for me, people send me TikToks. Half the time I click them. No, 25% of the time I click them. the other 75%, I'm just like,
So I feel pressure to
no.
click
No.
them because they talk about it later, and I'm like, oh yeah, I watched it, and the whole time I didn't watch
I
it.
see. I
So
don't
it's
feel
like
that pressure.
now I'm watching it, so I can talk about it later on, cause it's a conversation to talk about. Like TikTok is useful in a lot of senses, and then other parts is like, dang,
It's
why?
how you TikTok
Every
is a
social
world,
media is
right?
how you use it.
So
Yeah.
I like to think of social media as worlds,
Mhm.
right? You can essentially be who you want to be. You could be anything, anybody on the internet, right? So
Mhm.
you could essentially you're an alien, right? Like I can be whoever I want to be. I can do whatever I want to do on the internet, right?
Mhm.
So on TikTok, you can see all these different worlds. Like you got Brazilian TikTok, you got Mexican TikTok, you got Black TikTok,
You
Mhm.
got vegan
you
TikTok.
got vegan, you got planted. Like they start subgrouping
Uh,
very
Yeah.
fast.
yeah,
BBL
it's like
TikTok.
it's like
Food,
YouTube. Yeah.
yes, but the
But it's faster.
it's
Yeah.
faster because the videos are short on YouTube. You can watch a 20-minute video. You know what I'm saying? You
Mhm.
watching
Hmm.
somebody vlog on TikTok that you got 60 seconds to tell your story to capture someone's attention.
And now people hate when they like part two on my page, and we
Just
hate that. Like, just give it
just
to us
say it
all
now
now,
Mm.
so I
because
can
we
move
want
on.
that's fast information. Us having a short attention
Mhm.
span is another example. Just like right now, how this podcast is going really long. People like, I'm listening, but dang,
That's why.
TikTok.
That's why. That's why I like the podcasting space is because it's not meant to be
Short. It's
Short.
short.
supposed to be a listening experience. You're supposed
Mhm.
to feel like you're there.
Yeah, you're supposed to be like,
Exactly.
there's somebody listening to this right now disagreeing, or they're texting me like, y'all are fucking wrong about this. Or y'all are stupid. Who said that? Blah blah blah. I
Like,
get
why would they say that? Like that?
Why
yeah,
you invite them girls? They not
Ah!
even talking about nothing.
yeah. Like I get that all the
Let me know
time.
if they
Like
said that. I'll fight them.
I got you. I get that all the time. Like people just responding to this, like, I wish I was there because I would have said this, this, and this, and I'm like, that's what I want. That's the goal. Like
Mhm.
I tell everyone I don't pre-plan conversations because that's so it feels unnatural, you know,
Mhm.
and it feels like all right, we got to drive this conversation this direction, and so that's what I love about the podcasting space because I listen to podcasts myself, and so when I'm listening to them, I listen to them, and this is how you know like some are like podcasts and some are like shows that people want to like just promote. So
Mhm.
Ti's podcast, there's like ads throughout the entire
Oh,
thing.
cause he's getting paid.
Yeah, it's like all right, so they're podcast hosting companies,
Mhm.
like basically labels. So
Yeah.
you get signed to like music labels, you can get signed to a podcasting label.
Which
So
is crazy in itself.
so
Everything has a label now.
Literally.
yeah.
You can be a photographer.
Yeah,
Yeah, they have
signed
labels.
to
Yeah.
a label.
So Radio One, when they do their podcast, they have ads throughout the podcast, and I don't think they understand it because on every single podcast app, you can just skip through it. Like it's not like YouTube where you're stuck on this
Mhm.
ad. No, it's like oh, it's a 15-minute ad spot. Just tap 15 minutes forward. I mean 15 seconds forward. So it's
Dang.
like there's no purpose to this ad. Like I don't
They're
understand.
just collecting their coin and going about their day.
Yeah. So now in on Joe Rogan's podcast, he does all his ads at the beginning,
Mhm.
and so you hear all the ads, and then the entire show is just straight through. So either you can sit there and listen to the ads if you want to,
You
or you
just
can
skip
just
ahead.
yeah, you can just skip ahead regardless.
Cause
And
it's still in the show, right?
right, and so I feel like once you have those mid rolls, it takes away from the uh the experience of the conversation. Now, the Brilliant Idiots podcast, what they do is they have mid rolls, but
Mhm.
they're like one of them be like, "Oh, I gotta go pee. Run this ad real quick," and they do it as like
Like a break.
yeah, like a break. They do it as a conversation switcher. But a lot of those other podcasts, it's like no, it'll be mid
Just yeah.
conversation and then ad, and then we come back. We're still on the same
It's
conversation.
like TV.
Yeah.
I actually hate ads.
Hmm.
Like ads really I bother me. Like I at one point paid for YouTube Premium because I didn't want to watch ads.
Oh wow,
I would have
you're
just got
something right there.
a ad blocker on my browser, but hey.
But it was like it was. I think I had did the trial
Mhm.
and I had I was watching videos on YouTube that were like hours long, where I
Mm,
just needed to be able to like click off the app and
mm,
continue listening to the video.
mm,
Mhm.
And you can't do that no more. So I was like, you know what? I'll pay the little money right quick for the experience. And then after a while, I'm like, ain't no ass. Like this experience is completely different. Um, ads really bother me, so I eventually just stopped watching TV. Cause the ads, like, I cannot. The concentration break, like the break that bothers me. I get distracted and I'm like, nah, I don't even want to watch this no more because my mind has been cut and now I'm just stuck consuming this
mm.
information that I don't want to consume. I don't want to hear about mesothelioma. Like I can't even say it, but you know what I'm talking about. Like I don't
Yeah.
want to hear about these drugs or like watch an AT&T commercial and then you just sitting there like
I think certain ads, it depends.
drag.
So, when I would watch anime on Netflix, not Netflix but Hulu,
Mhm.
I love the ads because I know that first dot is after like they do the recap and then the intro and then it's an advertisement that first ad. So I will like start the show and just click there because like I know this. Or sometimes I use ads as like okay, this is a break. I need to get up because if you're on Netflix, there's no break. You just
You
show
can
episode
control the
after
consumption, yeah.
yeah, this is episode after episode. Like when you have an ad and you can't skip it sometimes, it's like a 90-second ad is cool if I'm watching a show. But like if you're watching BET and ATL is on and that's like a 90-minute movie and you've been watching it for 4 hours, that's when ads become a problem. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's like how like growing up I always thought shows be like 30 minutes and then when you get to Netflix it says 21 minutes and I'm like,
mm,
"Dang, we watched 9 minutes of commercials as
yes,
kids."
Mhm.
That's a long time.
That's a lot of consumption of just
Stuff.
advertisement.
stuff and
Yeah.
advertisement like things you don't need or just like knowledge that you just you just don't
Mhm.
need it in your brain. So that's why I'm like ads I can't do cuz I can't control what ad gonna pop up.
Mhm. You know, this is crazy.
You
This has
get
never happened before.
you get
Oh
lit.
wow.
But the mics don't pick up any of that. That's crazy. So, I had to explain this to somebody about
Mhm.
television. So on on Netflix, when the show is an hour long,
Mhm.
that's a struggle for me because
Mm.
on television, if it comes on TV, it's an hour long, so it's really 44 minutes. So
Right.
if you got a 44-minute show, the climax is gonna happen in like the 29, 30-minute mark, and that's when it's gonna be like, okay, what's about to happen, blah blah blah, all right, to the end of the episode.
Commercial.
Now,
Right before the climax
yeah, but
commercial.
if you're watching it on Netflix because they moved it to Netflix after the series, you can like get through 44 minutes real quick, right?
Mhm.
Now, when a show is like an exclusive to Netflix, it's literally just an hour and 5 or 10 minutes long. That is for you're like 50 minutes, you're like 45 minutes in, and you're just still watching, waiting for like the climax of the episode, or like you have to get to the 55th minute for like it to actually get to like okay, shit just popped off. And I'm like, bro, an hour and 10 minutes is a long time to be sitting there watching one thing. And then now it's 10 episodes, and they're all an hour and 10 minutes.
Yeah.
I don't have that type of time, nor my attention span can't sit there for that. It's just it's a lot. So if you give me those 44-minute episodes, I love that.
I
It just
think
depends on the show.
Cause I
yeah,
feel
it
like
depends. Some shows
Cuz
are
some
like
shows I'm like, "Dang, I
drag.
want more." And then other shows I'm like, "All right, let me just
Like
what's
I'm
going on? Let me know right now." And
yeah.
then that's it.
Some shows just are a drag. Like I can't watch certain shows because it's like oh this the build up for this is like
Yeah. It's like that with some movies too. I don't know, it depends.
you know what movies I recently watched that had zero pointless parts?
Hmm.
Beverly Hills Cop, like the entire series.
I didn't watch that. I never watched
mm-mm.
that.
Oh.
Hmm.
Like
No.
I was watching those movies, I was like, there was nothing in this movie that was pointless,
Mm.
and that's rare. Cause you know you be watching movies and be like, this could have been taken out.
It definitely could
This
have
does
been,
not
yeah.
have to be.
This did not need to be
Yeah.
one movie. So what's a movie that you watch but won't ever watch again?
In game.
Mm.
I haven't. I don't. I can't think of anything.
There was this movie. It's called Waves.
Mhm.
It's by A24. I watched it on the plane.
Not A24.
Yes. Um, and I literally kid you not, I was in the plane seat
Mm.
like don't do that. Like I
Mm.
was so anxious. I'm like, why did this happen? What is going on? I refused to watch that movie. The climax, the like ending
Mm.
was so emotional. Like I don't really cry over movies.
Mm.
That movie, I shed a tear. I was
Oh,
like,
what's a movie that you would watch over and over?
Inception.
Rush Hour.
Oh,
Rush Hour.
Inception.
Y'all gonna hate me. I'm gonna say like Mike.
Oh,
What?
Yeah.
you
That was my childhood movie,
I haven't seen that
and
movie in ages.
exactly. But if you watch it again, you like, this is it.
okay?
Like Mike. Ooh, Life Size. I used to watch that over and over.
With Tyra
And
Banks.
yeah, and you know, I rewatched Save the Last Dance, and I was
Mhm.
like, wow, it's a lot of stereotypes in this movie. Like I didn't, and when I was a kid, I was like, "Oh, this is lit. I love it. Interracial love, okay." And now, as I'm older, I'm watching. I'm like,
The fuck is this?
"All
This
right,
is so corny. Like,
this
why did
is
y'all do this?
this is
Yeah.
something. Who approved this?"
That's how I feel about when they talk about that clip from High School Musical, and they was like stick to the stuff you know, and so
When he was making the creme brulee.
yeah, he was like he wanted to be a baker. It was
Oh,
He
like,
was like,
nah, nigga,
why?
shut up and dribble.
yeah, that's horrible.
Keep that ball in your head, nigga.
Yeah,
like,
like bro,
bake, nigga. What the fuck?
you not no Gordon Ramsay.
Like,
What the hell?
That's crazy. It's a lot of stuff that you rewatch later, and you like, "Why was I so
Huh.
into
yeah,
with
like,
this?"
You'd be like, they approved this. This is great. Oh yeah, we gotta get back to that.
Yeah, I was just watching Norbit again, and I
you
was
going
like,
back?
I was like,
This gotta like it's just
this is very problematic now.
I wish like we had more content like that still, cause like every time you watch a lot of things, just
People are so sensitive.
they it's not even the sensitivity, it's boxes. When you're watching stuff, it's like, okay, we gotta check this box off, make sure this person's included, this type of person is included.
But yeah, but
And
then it's like
like,
it's so weird how so many situations, like so many things get past stuff, and you like, how did this get approved? Like
yeah.
like the whole H&M with the monkey jungle thing.
Mhm.
How did that? I'm
'Cause-
so confused.
Cause like we are in those spaces. Like we aren't controlling the narrative of those spaces.
It's just like I'm like this had to go through way too many people. The photographer, the set people, the creative directors,
Yeah.
the
Yes,
every single person,
everybody.
and nobody at one point was like, I think this might be a problem, y'all. Like let's back up real quick.
And maybe somebody did, but like
They didn't
their
care.
voice just wasn't.
It wasn't big enough.
Mm-mm.
Another thing, old WWE clips. It was a thread I was just scrolling through. I'm like, bro, what the hell were they allowing on television?
Wow.
I'm like,
yeah.
this stuff. And I'm like, this is why we watched it, because it was like, oh my god, this
It's
is crazy.
raunchy.
You should not say this.
Yeah, we get thrill from that.
Yeah, and it's
It's
like
edgy. It's provocative.
there's
Gets the
edgy
people
that's
going.
like, I'm like, okay, that's just blatantly stupid and disrespectful. And then there's edgy that's like, wow, this is actually pretty great.
You pushing it. I like
Yeah.
it.
You know,
Mhm.
it's like it's a level in the line where you would draw to it.
Mm.
But guys, we're getting to the
The ending point.
the ending point.
How long is this?
We're at an hour and
Hour?
27 minutes.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it
We
just
just
flies
been
by.
talking.
Yeah,
I
I
love
think
it.
an hour is 30 is like a good cutoff.
So it's time to play 20 questions for those who haven't listened before and might guess who are playing for the first time. You have 20 yes or no questions to figure out the album of the episode.
Okay.
And you guys can start now.
Oh, yes or no questions.
Yes or no
Oh, we
questions.
ask you.
You ask
Mhm.
me.
Do we each have 20 or we share the 20?
You share the 20.
Oh,
Okay.
dang. All right. So, you want to go for the first question?
Yes.
All right.
Okay. My first question is, what year was the?
It's a yes or no.
Oh. Oh. What? Oh. Okay. Was the album released this year?
No.
Okay.
All right. Is the album a hip hop album?
No. I wouldn't say so.
Okay. Um.
That's kind of suspicious. I wouldn't say so.
Is
okay.
the album by a black artist? Yes or
Yes.
no? Okay.
Okay, is the artist from Atlanta?
Yes.
Oh, okay. We get somewhere. Is the artist male or female?
That's a yes
Re-
or
Oh.
no.
yeah,
Oh,
rephrase
okay.
it. Rephrase it.
To say is
Oh, is the artist male? Yes or no?
Yes.
Okay. It didn't come out this year. They're black. They're male. They're from Atlanta.
yeah, is the artist well mm, how many questions we have?
You had 5 questions.
All right. Is the artist you already said black.
Uh huh.
All right.
And it's a man.
Okay. Does the artist have dreadlocks?
Hmm. Let's see.
What?
She said, "Let's see." Okay. So is the album on streaming platforms?
No, I do not believe the artists have dreadlocks. Yes, the artist is. I mean, the album is on streaming
Okay, so that
platforms.
means no mixtapes for real. Okay.
So no locks, but it's a man and he black and he from Atlanta.
Mm-hmm.
So not 21. No, 21 have locks.
Yeah, he do.
So it's not Thug.
Thug got locks. Future
not
got
Gunna,
locks. Lil
not
Baby
Future.
got locks. Future got locks.
So why
Everybody.
is Sale out of there? 4PF out of there.
Gunna out of there. Does the album cover have?
You said it's not hip hop or it is?
He said he wouldn't consider it hip
Hip-hop.
hop.
Oh, so is it black?
It is black.
Ah, yes.
Dang, he don't have locks no more.
Okay. So I guess the album.
Yeah, now you guess the album.
So is it East Atlanta Love Letter?
It is East Atlanta Love Letter.
What in the world?
We did that. Yeah.
That was a narrowing down. That was kind of quick. How many questions we did?
9. You got it in 9 questions.
Yeah, that was cause like once you take out
We took
YSL
out all them
and
people.
4PF,
Like,
like-
who's left?
It's weird how people ask like their questions that like narrow it.
Honestly, the Atlanta thing narrows it down so much.
yeah, that was really
It
good.
does, but I gotta get back to the hard Atlanta ones because I once gave somebody The Adventures of Bobby Ray.
Ain't nobody gonna think about that man.
Yeah, it's B.O.B.
Unfortunately.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, I wouldn't.
And he's from
not.
Atlanta.
Yeah, he wasn't on the list. No.
I didn't even think of him.
Mm-mm.
Right, but it's like last
Then you
week.
took out Waka Flocka. He got dreads.
And because you said it wasn't hip hop.
Yeah,
Right.
last week with Deja and them, I gave them a Lil Yachty album. I gave
Yeah,
them
take out Yachty, but he got braids.
I gave them
Mhm.
Lil Boat, and they was like, Malik randomly asked the question, was this artist popular on SoundCloud? I'm like, who would ask that? Like that was the first time someone had ever asked that question.
Oh, that's a good one.
That
though.
makes sense though.
Yeah.
Right, and that was one of his first questions. I'm like, wow.
That's why I asked was it on streaming platforms because I'm like, okay, that takes out mixtapes
Hmm.
clean and clear. Like, okay, that means this person has some type of like following or like if they're on platforms. I'm like, okay.
Mhm.
Yeah, I always do an album, but yeah, see, you guys knew the album. It was easy.
Surely I did. Mostly. I didn't say anything.
And
The
you're not an
label-
album person.
I mean, I said I listened to them, but I'm not an album person. Like, I cannot tell you how long the last time I listened to the album.
Mhm.
But when that album came out, me and my roommate Nakia, we was like anytime
Mhm.
we was in the car, that was playing.
That
Like,
was it.
that's a really good album from
Mm.
start to finish.
Okay.
Oh.
okay. So any final words to the people?
Mm,
About what?
Whatever you feel.
test your coke. Be safe.
Yeah, test your coke.
Shout out your instas or anything like that. Do you want to do that?
Um,
Promote yourself.
Sure. You can follow me at Kaylin X James, Kaylin X James, yeah. And also you can follow my new and upcoming brand, Shop Cult 96. It's pretty exciting, and I hope that you all can, join in on the wave.
Awesome. Okay, so I am Shalia B. You can follow me on Instagram at Shalia B, SHALIYAH B. That's me. And what else do I have to say? I guess
You don't got nothing to promote.
to promote.
Yeah.
I don't know. Now I'm getting shy.
Oh, that's how it always is when you want to talk about yourself.
Yeah.
Ugh,
I don't know. Just following me is like
enough.
enough.
Experience.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, following me is an experience, so that's good enough. Like, you'll just see what I do and
Guys,
support that.
I'm an actual fan of Shalia. I don't know why. I just think she's like,
Fan.
yes.
So we're going back to that word.
Yeah.
But you're not
Alrighty.
the first, and that's okay. Like,
Oh,
uh,
y'all need to humble
no,
yourselves
no,
in this room.
no. I'm being so for real. Like, I've had people just be like, "I'm such a fan of yours. Like, I just love you so much."
Like she's so cool.
And like, I just had to.
I don't know why.
But I grew up that way. Like my
Just cool.
mom's, mom, no, not no cocky nothing. Like even my mom's friends used to be like, when I have a kid, I want her to be like Leah. Like it just was like that. So I'm used to people being like, your energy and you're just so cool and
Yeah.
da 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 blah blah blah. But I don't take it to the head. I appreciate it always. It's all love every single day.
Okay.
That's my ending.
All right. If you made it to this part of the podcast, I want you to rate this thing 5 stars. If you're listening to it on Apple, if you're on YouTube, subscribe, thumbs up, hit the notification bell so you can get notifications every time we go live. Also, we are available on all streaming platforms except SoundCloud because it is 2021. And thanks for rocking out with the Jones.com podcast.
Bye.